of it.
We like to think of the Traitors as a strategy game show, but it's something different. This week's episode exposed the riggery, and by the end of this video, you'll see exactly what the network tried to gloss over. Why is it that Rob from Love Island and, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be funny if we go to a Walmart and then we put a bunch of mustard down the aisle and then we slide on it and then we just leave and, they have to clean it up because, this is their job, of those types of TikTok pranks fame is labeled sweet, while Black women, gay men, and others playing the game in the same way he is, while not doing that weird stuff with their spare time, are labeled suspicious. I think it's because
This is the bad place.
Rob is an attractive, straight white man, and Traitors is a social experiment on the power of unconscious bias.
When you put a bunch of people together and you give them free rein to act how they want, they are going to replicate the power structures and biases that exist in the real world.
The faithfuls know that they must banish at least 3 traitors who are secretly eliminating contestants and trying to take all the prize money for themselves. They also know that no one gets to choose to be a traitor. Alan Cumming chooses. So if they know that no one gets to choose to be a traitor, how do they decide who must be a traitor?
This game is literally about trust. Who do you believe? Who do you think you can be lying to you? And it's like, not this guy who I see in people that I know act in my daily life.
Let's talk about Rob, who is a traitor, and yet the cast has convinced themselves that he could never be.
What is it that is allowing them to see such innocence in a guy who is very publicly not innocent?
Why? Because he fits the archetype of the hero. Rob fits the mold of who we are taught to see as innocent and trustworthy. So when we see him consistently escape suspicion, it's not just luck or amazing gameplay by him. It's about who society teaches us to trust. Let's talk about gameplay double standards.
Many people have left and being like, all I saw Rob ever do was just eat snacks in the corner, ask people to play chess, not talk to anyone, and do well in the missions.
If anyone else did that, they would be like, such as Donna, isn't it suspicious that she doesn't really talk to anyone? Isn't it suspicious that she's quieter in the corner? Kristen definitely was the one who was like, oh, please. Yeah, right. That's sweet, sweet man.
Ooh. Colton sat around telling people who he thought they should vote for, and that was strategy. But when Tiffany told people who she thought they should vote for, Colton went after her and told everyone she just wants to run the game and is therefore a traitor. When Ron made a voting mistake because he heard Portia, dear, amazing Portia, accidentally imply she was a traitor, he was ostracized for the remainder of his time on the show until he too was banished. And Colton was told that it's okay because we all make mistakes. And it's not just the players. Production's choices matter. The majority of the cast is white and straight. So people of color and people who are gay, trans, and everything else, they are in the minority and physically outnumbered, making it harder for them to build alliances or escape suspicion. And even when the cast is more diverse, like this year's,
it really doesn't matter as long as he's white and available.
The desire to feel accepted and appreciated by straight, attractive white men still trumps basic logic.
They literally have someone that is a traitor saying, look at this person, look at this person, look at this person, and they still are calling it a reach. And it's kind of like, shouldn't you be questioning, if you've ever watched a single season of The Traitors, why is this traitor going so hard on this person whose name hasn't really been brought up before? The truth is, anytime somebody is other, that's how they target.
Yes.
No black man stands a chance. Oh. If you're black, nothing for you. If you're white, there's plenty for you.
We're talking about a reaction to someone who's being revealed as a traitor versus a reaction to someone who's murdered. But like, it's like, oh, Rob is sad that his friend was murdered. And then like, Johnny's like finding out the person he cared about is like revealed as a traitor, and then like it's like, oh, he must be the one. Rob is he has innocence imprinted on him forever, and well, unfortunately, Johnny's gay.
Candiace's biggest mistake was not realizing that nothing beats sing it with me, the power of a straight, white, attractive Christian man. She didn't realize. Candiace believed that Rob wouldn't turn on her because he told her he wouldn't turn on her. Rob lied. And when Candiace realized that Rob had lied to her and had definitely campaigned to take out his fellow traitor, he didn't deny it. Instead, he tried to flip the script.
What's good for me is not good for thee.
Just like we are currently seeing in our society, instead of being content to just live alongside others and split resources, a very privileged white man decided that he had to take it all for himself. And when the person he lied to called him out, he turned himself into the victim, while Candiace was thrown under the bus and ultimately banished. I have an honest question for you. How many times have you seen a non-Black person publicly stand up for a Black woman on reality TV? And I'm saying publicly because I mean putting their own game on the line. I've seen it once with the past season of Love Island and Nick Olandria, but I can't count any other times. Now ask yourself, how many times have you seen both Black and non-Black people defend someone white and put their game on the line for them? It happens a lot. We could be here for hours, right? So, is the Traitors rigged for Rob to win? Yes, but not just by the producers, not just by those faithfuls that we are dealing with this season, my goodness, but by the same biases we live with every single day. That's my thought. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm totally wrong? Tell me. Hopefully you subscribe too.
Bye-bye.